This is Katunkwit, and there's a lion in the bubbles tonight. This Katunkwit Chronicles here. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm here with none other than Bailey Harbor.
Hello, I have returned.
And I'm here with a poet, a fellow poet.
Fellow poet.
And a man that walks in with a book. I like that.
I try.
None other than Ian Breyer. Very good to see you, Ian.
Thank you for having me.
The last time I saw you in a like a social setting, you were hurdling yourself over a pipe with a long pole vaulting. Yeah, and you were pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Did you keep that up? Are you still vaulting?
No, I did not. Once high school ended, I didn't really have access to a pipe anymore.
Yeah, so the pipe and the instrument that gets you over, the vaulting thing, it's the, what's that called?
I think it's just called the pole.
The lance?
The lance, it could be the lance.
It could be, and certainly there are certain occasions, I'm sure, where students that are young and stupid would be running at each other with those things. Yes, I'm sure that's happened. And your coach is a friend of ours from the different town. He lives in Connecticut, right?
Yes, yeah.
And his name is
Oh gosh.
John Kelly.
Yes, John.
Oh,
Kelly.
really?
Yeah, none other than John Kelly.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Oh yes, he's been
Oh.
teaching pole vaulting for 50 years or something,
What? He was my soccer coach.
and a good one.
Yes, very good one.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize.
I played soccer with him
Really?
many years. Yes.
Wow.
He was funny. He was the coach of this local team that originated in Connecticut,
Oh, yep.
next town over, and I would play for them on occasion. And if we were down a goal, and at a certain point, he'd say, "Prim, go in." I said, well, "Who am I taking out? Just go in."
What?
We'd play with 12 until we got a goal, and then pull one off quickly. It was funny.
That is actually really funny.
It works.
High integrity
It's-
right there.
it's
High
not
integrity.
It's the least good quality of some of the least. I don't know. I shouldn't have said anything about it, truthfully, but I admit it happened.
It happened.
But anyway, so you were hurtling yourself over this thing. You stopped doing that because you didn't want to kill yourself, or
No, I mean,
this
I
wasn't
would
an
love-
opportunity.
Yeah, I would love to keep doing it, but I don't know. It never really worked out, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm sure we could figure something out at Fort Perry for you.
Oh yeah.
that's right. It's just hook you right up there. I know that you're working now in the area. You're working on Katunkwit Island, which is good, and you're working at Fort Perry. And what's your role over there with a sailing group?
Well, it's sort of still changing.
Pole vaulting instructor?
Maybe one day. Who knows?
Sure, we are expanding.
Get him started early.
I did. I did get him started early.
Yeah,
I didn't mean him. I'm talking about the
children.
children, yes.
Okay.
that would. Yeah. I mean, the earlier they learn how to vault poles, the better. You know.
Yeah, you don't want to go life without pole vaulting. I think there's a lot of truth in that. I mean, I've done a whole life without doing that.
Me too. Now I'm sad.
No, I think I'm going to jump out of a plane this year.
Are you? I was thinking about doing it this year too. But then I saw the price
I'm going to go
tag.
without the chute.
Maybe that's cheaper.
Having a
Maybe
bad
not.
day, just. Oh, no, that's not nice. That's a very, very unsavory thing to say. So if we talk a little bit more about your education, did you get educated in the area of literature, or what was your interest?
Yeah, I started out wanting to do engineering, which is sort of a big 180, but
Yeah.
then I realized I didn't like learning that. I just kind of liked doing it.
Tell me, how do you do engineering if you don't know the algorithms?
Well, I mean, I grew up building with Legos, so
Oh,
I love building things and sort of all that, but the whole doing all the math and figuring all that out, not always super enjoyable. So
Right. Can I ask you to move a little closer or move the microphone a little closer to you? Thank you. This is the kind of thing we try to work out early on in the show. So if we are going with that now, let's go with that a little bit because, I never believed that education, which is a lifelong thing, right? We were all trying to learn something every day. I never believed it was linear.
No.
It's circuitous. I mean, it could be even snake-like or some other path, but it isn't. It's never. I always marvel at those people that know what they want to do from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little freakish, actually.
I agree.
When you're in high school and you know what you want to be doing when you're 35, or when you've got a job and you start talking about retirement, and you're in your 20s.
That's scary.
You want to talk more about that?
No, I've never thought about retiring.
I know.
Yeah, not once.
I don't think it's something that, people ask me if I'm retired.
Oh, yeah.
And I always respond no. And nonetheless, what you're doing. And then I tell them it's
non-linear.
a lot like, it's not like playing golf a lot. And it's non-linear, for sure. And it's not about Ian Breyer right now, which we should be talking about you, but the show is a lot about me. So I guess what I'm saying is, as you look at education, in your education,
yeah,
look at it broadly. Yeah, it's a lifetime of education. So if you're studying, I always thought I was going to be.
I'm curious to see your answer.
When I started college, the first time, I thought I was going to be an oceanographer.
Oh.
You know why? Because I like to go lobstering.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's like going into a bar and you see two, in my case, women that and one that I'm very, very interested in. And the other woman is her sister. And instead of dating or interested in focusing on her, I go over and focus on the sister. That's a mistake. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's the way education has been for me. Okay? I always pick the wrong thing, and I've got the wrong sister. And I really love the other sister, but I'm over here focusing too much on this part.
Yes, education is finding the right sister. Yes.
Yeah. Or brother.
Or brother.
Let's not, or whatever, right? They. Finding They. By Jay Permiano. Finding They. Deep Thoughts. So if we were to
So Ian, do you think you found the right sister?
I guess so. Yeah.
Just wondering.
I think I was looking at the wrong sister for a good chunk of my life, but yeah, I think I found the right sister.
It sounds good, oceanographer, engineer. I'm studying engineering at the university, and I am currently engaged in lots of statistics. But I don't think I'm gonna pass statistics. So if you don't pass statistics, if you can't say it, first of all, then you're not gonna pass. So therefore, perhaps I should be studying poetry. Is that where you went?
Not quite. I mean, poetry is definitely part of it, but mostly just English in general.
Good. Yeah, English. It's popular.
Yeah.
Lots of people say it.
Yeah, that is.
Sometimes the right way.
Yes.
Most of the times not, though.
I studied English after a stint with theater.
Oh.
Therefore, if we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. Or, who knows what evil lurks in the minds and the hearts of men? Only the shadow knows. Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so there you go. And then I bopped right over to writing in English, because I like to write things. I didn't really know or care too much about the structure of the language. Grammar was never It's about me again. Tell me something about you.
I don't know. What would you like to know?
Oh no, my God, you're pressing me on this. More specificity with my question. Did you have professors you went to the local university here?
Yes.
And did you have professors that you particularly tuned into? Was Peter Covino one of your professors?
Was, yes, actually.
Oh, well, he was one of my professors as well when I went back to school to take classes that I had already taken later on in life. Because he was there, so I said, I'll just take this class again.
Cool.
Because he's a phenomenal teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
No, I mean, he was one of my poetry teachers.
And who was the other?
I do not remember her name.
Oh.
So influential.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was much, I don't want to say better, but he was definitely more influential for sure. And he was just kind of like a funny, like quirky guy. So
Yes.
I really stuck to that.
Yeah, he was very, he was sharing. You know, he was willing to share.
Yes.
And he's like a really well-revered poet in the area, in the world, really. And then he was willing to share, like, events and all this stuff with his students, which I found very, very good quality in an educator, right? So did you live over there?
No.
Or did you live at home?
Yeah, I still lived at home when I was at college. It was just easier. I don't know. I lived so close that I might as well have driven to school. So
Right. And did you find that socially that was acceptable? Because you could get out to do other things?
yeah, I mean, I wasn't a big social person in college, so I didn't really like meet many new people there. But I just have so many people that I know, like from
Mm-hmm.
work or from home. So it just kind of
So you worked while you were going to school?
a little bit,
Yeah.
not a whole lot, but
Do you teach kids how to sail, or do you have some other role?
yeah. I think I'm more leaning towards the like operations manager, I guess now.
Mm-hmm.
So like making sure everything is working so that we can teach the kids. But
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have a big responsibility with the new facility, but at the same time, and understanding all those systems, I'm sure won't be easy, but they'll all be new, so they're not going to be
Yeah.
broken. Yeah.
we hope not.
Yeah.
Uh,
The
this summer we had a lot of things break.
Yeah.
and the
You had to fix a lot of things this summer.
when you come into work and you don't have lavatory facilities, and the only lavatory facilities you have are the porta-johns, and one of them's tipped over, that's when,
Wait, that's like a day at work at
it's
our
a
place.
day at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know all about that kind of operation. I was working as an operations manager for a small little rail company over in Newport, and they put people on the rail and they pedaled.
Oh yeah.
You know this facility. I helped build that,
Wow.
and then set up some of the operations for that. And then I was working like 12-hour days putting that all together. And there was an occasion where like the seam from my pants just split right open, right? But we were in such a we had such a deadline. And we were working way out in nowhere. So, and everything's flying around down there, and we're cutting brush, and building platforms. It was kind of funny.
Fair enough.
I think of it now, it's kind of devoted to my work to too great a degree. Yeah. So, do you have do you stay in touch with Sam Nowak?
Not as much as I probably should, honestly.
He only lives now.
I know.
He only lives short ways away from you now.
Yeah.
He has a place.
I don't
Oh
think I
yeah,
did,
he and
yeah.
his brother have a place.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Still in on the island?
They're over in Cononigan.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So they moved over there, but Sam's coming back. He'll come back to visit us now.
Bad
Okay,
Penny.
he's like a bad penny. He keeps coming back, but there won't be many pennies in the future. Save your pennies.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that Trump got rid of. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know what? To be
He's
honest,
deporting pennies, as it turns out.
I have to tell you that they have been teasing us about the penny for so long that I didn't think that they were ever going to get rid of it, and he just
Who's
did.
they?
I would say that they have been telling me that the penny will be gone for the last 10 years. They, meaning?
The federal government's been contacting you regularly, sending you letters and messages and smoke signals.
Yes,
and
saying, hold on to those pennies.
Well, there you go. Hey, let's see what happens here. So we've totally forgot to ask Ian where he lives in Katunkwit.
Oh.
Where's your home?
Take a peek here.
What are you looking at?
We have a map in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta figure out.
He's maybe geographically challenged.
Yeah. I'll be honest.
Please be honest. We're all friends here. Friends by association.
True. Friends.
Yeah, so there's a great discussion about where you live.
Yeah. I live off of Katunkwit, Maine, so
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
right in town.
Well, we've reached that point in the show, Ian, from somewhere over there in Katunkwit near the Maine, where we tell people about notices, information, whatever. Commercials, essentially, or public service announcements. This first one, a public hearing at Katunkwit's Recreation Center will take place on Tuesday, November 25th. Well, that's already passed. So we're not going to... Oh, I'm sorry, they changed the dates on this.
Oh.
Yeah, this is December 9th.
Oh.
So a public hearing at Katunkwit's Recreation Center will take place on, what did I say?
December 9th.
December 9th. I didn't update this. At 6 p.m. to discuss a permanent docking of 6 moderate-income houseboats at the newly refurbished Fort Perry Dock
Wow.
for year-round family living.
Wow.
There
There you go. Get a family and get going. The 3-bedroom houseboats are new, well-appointed, and affordable for folks with moderate incomes. Do you have a moderate income?
I don't even know what that means.
Housing Development Director Mary Wiggins expressed, "We as a community need to embrace alternative ideas for housing so that we might better serve those that are serving us. How likely is it that a person of modest means, let's say working for the sailing center, or someone working for one of the many landscaping companies in town, might be able to afford or buy or even rent a home in this town? These town-owned affordable properties will be available to all families, with no priority given to local working families as per the law, but will provide more opportunities for working families to gain affordable housing. Our housing stock is ridiculously low and way too expensive," she said. "The meeting is expected to draw a crowd, so arrive early as per Fire Marshal's directive. Only 268 persons will be permitted in the space. Additionally, the inclusion of the use of permanent on-site mobile homes at homeowners' property for the purpose of rental will be discussed."
Wow.
That just kind of threw that in there at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
And I'm thinking that's going to be the big issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the houseboat's pretty interesting idea.
I agree.
I say get 400 of them out there. And
I disagree about 400, but
Do it 100.
100, yeah, 100. A pretty packed
Got a
up
lot of
harbor.
water around here.
There's a lot of water. There's a lot of water over here. That ocean, Jesus Christ, is pretty long and big, and it's even wide. What are we talking about here? Let's get a big load of them. Let's put 10,000 of them over here. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're
You know what I'm talking about? Bailey Arbor. You know what I'm talking about. Your
I know
name
what
is
you're talking
Arbor.
about. I know what you're talking about.
So well, they're going to start with 4 or 5, whatever.
Okay.
We've got Gene's Tree Root Service. Do You know about this business? This new business. Did you know that 75% of all trees in Cotunkwood could be living in a fuller, less stressful life? Cotunkwood's trees are under pressure, and you could call Gene's Tree Root Service to get the full service tree root treatment, including the following. You don't know anything about this, do you?
Nope.
Tree root hydrofixation nitrogen therapy.
Wow.
This sounds pretty good.
Sounds fancy.
Sign me up.
I got to get my root hydrated, fixated. Tree spike strategic installation.
Sounds like
Strategic.
strategic spiking.
Biome fungi infusion. I
Wow.
like it. Not sure what it is, but I like it. Therapeutic root of all things, terrific audio therapy for your entire tree. Therapeutic root of all things.
Are we going to play them classical music?
Terrific audio therapy for your entire tree. Yes.
All right. I think they like that.
It says here, if you have a tree that's suffering, Gene's Tree Root Service will bring your friends the life they deserve, so that they may cast color in the fall and throw shade in the summer, or just provide a nice place to sit beneath their wings and fly. Contact Gene's Tree Root Service or stop by while we're at work. We are the company with the denim-wrapped trucks. Gene's Tree Root Service.
Got it, jeans. Yep.
By the way, we don't
Funny.
cut trees in any way. We hug them.
They're my kind of company.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is. It's very cool.
Unless you have a tree that's wrapped around your electric lines and then you need it cut. But Gene's not doing that.
Gene, no. Don't call Gene.
Don't call Gene.
Would you think that there was... I wouldn't know that this business would ever existed. This is great, but it could only happen in Cotunkwood, right?
True. I'm going to give him a call, actually.
Maybe.
We need them. We have a tree that needs some love, and they're the best place to call.
They do. It's a very comprehensive approach to tree root enhancement.
I'd call it pretty holistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love tree. I like Gene already. You like Gene?
I like Gene.
I like Gene, he says. I like Gene because Gene's a hell of a guy. I seen him down there, he's plucking away at them goddamn roots, and he's pulling up shit and putting in shit and taking shit out and putting shit all over the place. He's even putting shit there because that's good for trees. You know, I think Gene's got that thing going on with them trees. I think he's got a little thing going on with the trees, especially with that fixative, right? Hydrofixative tree root nitrogen therapy. I think that might be like the Viagra of tree therapy.
I think our tree could use some Viagra.
It's true.
Oh, true.
Not doing great.
You talking about the tree over there at Fort Perry?
Yeah. We have a little,
I know the one you're talking
we have
about.
a flaccid tree.
Flaccid. Gene, we have a flaccid tree. Can you make it more erect with some of your treatments? Reaching out to Gene.
I don't think
Tree
Gene
Service.
wants to take our call anymore after that.
No, but I think Gene's going to get a lot of pop from that because
Yeah.
we'll get a lot of calls. Just contact us at cotunkwoodchronicles@gmail.com. You contact us, tell us you like it or don't like it. You know, you have all the sexual connotation you could ever want here on Cotunkwood Chronicles. Hope you get something out of this. Pop up, once again, more sexual stuff. Pop-up holiday shot shop. Listen to this. Pop-up holiday shot shop will be finding their way to the streets of Cotunkwood once again this holiday season. It was last year too. Pop-up holiday shot shop offers you the bracer you might need during stressful holiday shopping days. We offer non-alcoholic espresso shots, green matcha shots,
Wow.
and the best ginseng quickies that will bolster your day and keep you going during the busy holiday season. Try Pop-Up Holiday Shot Shop, immunity shots, follow-up, they call them, just what the doctor ordered. We'll see you on the streets of Cotunkwood on Cotunkwood Maiden Veterans Square. Look for the food truck with the shot glass on the side. See you soon.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm on it.
I'm on it.
Excuse me. Hey, I made some really good What did I make? I made that
Oh, the scampi.
scampi. I made a shrimp scampi where I went down, and of course I dug some quahogs too and throw them in there. Eva, she was wishing that the quahogs weren't in it, but it doesn't matter. It was still delicious. But I just tasted it again because I just had some this before I left, and I'm just got another. You know when it's so good that it comes back and everyone in the room knows how good it was.
I mean, I feel like that's how I talk about my food all the time. Like, hey, guys, let's just keep remembering how good this is.
Well, it's the rebound from the
Flavor from the garlic?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just tasted it again.
Yeah, the garlic, well, it always reminds you. That's why I cook with it so much.
Are you a garlic eater?
I feel like not really.
That's
I
why
don't know.
vampires hang around.
What's your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Twizzlers?
I mean, I'm a fan of Twizzlers for sure.
You can't consider that food though.
Yeah.
It's made from petroleum.
Ooh,
And Red
lovely.
40. Petroleum and Red 40.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm a big fan of chicken.
Oh yeah.
I do love like any kind of chicken. For sure.
Oh nice.
You know what? I do have to say that you are a surprisingly good baker.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a compliment.
Yes. You just made some.
Yeah, I made for Thanksgiving. I made. Oh, what did I make?
Only don't look over here for her to tell you what you made.
Oh, I know. I can't.
Well, actually,
my
I was
goodness.
there.
Yeah, she was there.
Was it shortbread cookies?
No, it was.
Should we guess?
I mean,
you
you
can
can give
guess
it a
it.
guess.
Were they hot cross rolls?
Kind of close, actually.
Yeah,
Buns?
You're in the similar category.
yeah, not quite. Not
Parisian. I'm not going to keep guessing because it's a short show. We have to get home eventually.
All right. Well, they're English, not French.
Okay. Yeah. Popovers.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
the English
good.
version of those?
I want.
Yorkshire puddings.
Yorkshire
Oh,
puddings,
those are
thank you.
delicious. Yes.
Yeah.
I would like 6 of those for tomorrow, if possible.
Sounds good. They're actually pretty easy to make.
They have lots of eggs in them, right?
Yeah, I made. What did I make? 24, and it had like 8 whole eggs in it.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, that's a lot of eggs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch the cholesterol. Mary Gartner's cat's missing. Contact Katunquit Chronicles if you find her giant black tabby cat. It answers to the name Coyote Kitty. That's quite a long name. Coyote Kitty. Coyote Kitty! Come, Coyote Kitty! Arr! That's what happened to Coyote Kitty. You know that. The coyote got to the Coyote Kitty. Oh, sorry, Mary. I'm sure you don't want to hear that on Katunquit Chronicles. KatunquitChronicles@gmail.com. Contact us, and I'll let Mary know that the cat's not consumed by coyotes. We have another PSA, public service announcement. Do you have stake in the game? A huge outdoor screening of the second round of listen to this. These are people in our community. There's a lot of very, very sharp people here in Katunquit, including you and you. I mean, really, think about this. Do you have stake in the game? A huge outdoor screening of the second round of the NCAA swimming and synchronized swimming event will be conducted on Veterans Square this coming Saturday. Bring a steak and cook a steak.
Wow.
We provide the barbecue. Bring a veggie, cook a veggie. We offer all the tools for this outdoor barbecue experience with friends and family, no strings attached. Cheer on your favorite swimmers along with Gentry and Sybil Cretone's daughter. Do you know about this? Her name is Tabby.
No.
I have no idea.
Her name is Tabby. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't make fun of people's names.
Like the cat?
I know, but there was a cat in the last one. So confused. Anyway, Gentry and Sybil Cretone's daughter.
Tabby.
Yeah, they live up on the top of Blessing Hill. You might know that area. Tabby. All who live and reside in Katunquit year-round, as she represents our local university in 4 swimming and diving competitions. I don't think she's a synchronized swimmer. 5 p.m. at the Veterans Square.
Wow.
It's a big one of those big screens, you know?
Yeah.
Join the block party and support the locals. An airing of the 2022 movie Little Women,
Wow, yep.
starring, I always have a problem with this name, Saoirse?
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 Saoirse, thank you. Ronin will take place following the NCAA swimming and diving. Bring blankets and dress warmly. A bonfire will follow.
Wow.
Sponsored by the Creton family and their family business, Camel Soup Incorporated. Camel Soup.
That is very exciting.
Yeah.
You're never thirsty if you have camel soup. So that's all we have for our commercials. Did you find them amusing and fun?
I did, yeah.
Which part of it did you find most amusing and most fun?
I mean, I like the cat's name. Cat's name is very fun for sure.
Well, the daughter's name is Tabby.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Coyote Kitty.
Coyote Kitty.
Coyote Kitty.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
You
a
sure
cat.
that's not the daughter's name and the cat's name is Tabby?
Now you're getting onto it. You're catching on to what we're trying to do here. Yes, there we go. I got my bubbles and my waves all mixed up and oh my goodness. So we're at that section of the show where we're at BS. Is it BS or not? No, that's bullshit. I noted the last time we were visiting that there's a camera right there. I always wondered if, I never saw that camera till recently, so we have to wave to the camera. And apparently they're recording us.
Oh,
This was really interesting. The recording of the recording. But
little inception for you.
it's all right. I don't care. I just say what I gotta say. I gotta say what I gotta say. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. A friend of mine says that all the time. He says, "Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do," and then it's morphed into "got to do what you gotta do," and it's like, and all he has to say is "gaka,"
Gaka.
and I know what he means.
Gaka.
We have this other language that
That's
you can only imagine what this like when I leave this place. This is tame for me. Okay, so is it BS or is it not? Do you have one that you would like to express?
I do, yeah.
Yes, tell us.
So,
Dr. Bright, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Ian Breyer.
Perfect. So yeah, a fun little story.
Oh, you never start with that because maybe it's not fun for all of us.
That's a good point.
It's like starting with this. I'm going to tell you a funny story. You're setting up the audience.
Is it haha funny or is it peculiar funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I
And you
guess we're
left
about
us
to find out.
confused.
All right.
All right, now I'm not telling you how to tell your story, but I am actually.
Yeah. So then a little story. It's a little.
It's a wee bit of a story. It's not quite a story. It's like a bit of a tomfoolery.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Yeah.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
So in 2019, I did a Outward Bound course in Utah, so in basically a desert. And for 50 days, we were just me and 10 dudes just going through a desert, you know, as 10 dudes do, just living it up, eating like raw onions and some fish and whatnot. Yeah. And we were going down a river in the desert, and we stopped in this like little like alcove, I guess, and walked down like a long sort of, not cave, what's the
A cavern?
cavern, I guess? Yeah. And about an hour later, we come up to this like little waterfall just in the middle of a desert, which is always a cool little experience, but people usually don't believe me. So, yeah.
Well, it has, you know, the way you set this up, it doesn't have any duplicity in it, so to speak. You know, it's pretty sure that this happened. Because you've gone with, you threw out the desert and then you threw out a river and then, you know, and you're in Utah. I know Utah has a lot of mountains, so there's definitely some dry areas there.
I don't think you ate raw onion.
And that was the weird part. It was the raw onions and fish, and I was like, okay, did you catch the fish? You know, so there's lots of missing information here. But I'm gonna. What are you gonna say?
I'm going to say that he didn't eat the fish.
I'm gonna say that he never went on Outward Bound.
So technically, it's all true.
Even the onion.
Yeah, the raw onion was a fun time.
I would eat raw onions. I'll eat anything.
Yeah.
Not scalloped potatoes with ham.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not on it.
Oh, that other weed too that everyone eats when they go to Mexican food. Oh, I can't.
Cilantro.
Cilantro.
Oh boy, that's awful.
I can't do cilantro, so
Oh, you too?
I feel you.
Oh, you're a brother. You're a brother, you are. I'm holding his hands and I'm shaking him. I found somebody else that doesn't eat the bloody weed. All right. So it is true.
It is true.
All true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the onion.
It would be really like fun if you had more stuff in your story, like other things that happen, and that'd be fun. I really want to know more about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that happened during those 50 days.
Or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
You didn't you had water though.
Yeah. Well, we had water, but
50 days is a long time to go without water.
Yeah. We had to find our own water most of the time, so.
Oh, that's really outward bound. That's good.
Well,
With 10 dudes, like you set it up with like 10 dudes always go out in the wilderness together. I thought that must have been an interesting situation where you have a multiple different, how many type A's did you have in that group?
oh gosh.
Too many leaders.
Yeah, well, that was the whole, I guess, point of the course was to like become leaders. So it I guess probably 10.
Weren't you silent for a whole day?
That was also 3 days actually. Yeah.
I could do
Silent for
that.
3 whole days?
I talked too much already. I could definitely do that.
I could do it.
No. I don't
So
think
maybe is that the bullshit?
That's
We
the
can't go silent
bullshit.
for 3 days.
That's bullshit if I ever heard it. Oh, all right. So, do you have a story as well? So we both struck out on that. We
Yeah,
thought
we
it was
did.
bullshit. You fooled us. You get 1,000 points for that.
Take it.
So I learned actually this weekend that I am not very good at lying.
Bullshit.
I'm not very good at
I
lying.
can see it.
Yeah, I had to lie to someone about a whole plan because it was a surprise engagement that I was part of. And I had to lie to someone. I had to do this whole plan, and it was very, very hard for me. But the good part of the story is that it went smoothly after I got them there late because they both said yes. And
Wait a minute. These people are getting married, or is this an engagement?
It was
part?
an engagement. It was a surprise engagement that I knew about, and I was part of the ploy to keep it a surprise.
Oh.
Yeah. And the nice thing is the next day, they actually asked me to marry them.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I did a little actually.
I'm glad for you. That's very nice. I think you should be. Well, is this bullshit or not?
You tell me.
No, I think it's true.
I was sad. I think
Yeah,
it
it's
might
true.
be true.
I'm not
yeah.
good at. That's why I'm not a good
No,
bullshitter.
no,
I'm
you
not a
can't.
good bullshitter. I can't lie. I have too much of a smirk on my face constantly.
I don't know about a smirk. It's just you have a genuine quality about you.
Exactly. That's why I can't be disingenuine.
Yes. So you do know May. It's called. His name is Maycomb, M-A-Y. They call him May.
Nay.
Senitude. He lives on Blackbird Drive in Getunquit.
Okay.
It's up by the golf course. Is missing.
May's missing.
Oh, no.
Missing. Presumed to be in the hands of the federal government authorities
Oh no.
for voicing opinions about changes to the restroom signage at Town Hall.
Oh
Mr.
no.
Senitude expressed concern that the replaced signage representing open and closed restroom for all, with locks representing red and green restroom in use, that they remain in place. The FBI arrested Mr. Senitude on Friday, November 14th at 5 p.m. outside of his home and brought him to a thus far undisclosed detention center for questioning. Is it bullshit or is it not?
100% bullshit.
I think I'm gonna go opposite. I believe it.
This is absolutely true.
Oh my God! He gets me every time.
Make him senitude.
I am so gullible.
Well, it all happened. And it went down, and it's real, and this is, it's appalling, and we should all be just standing on the streets, begging the government to send him back. I mean, he just voiced his opinion about, toilets. What the hell? Let's let this lay.
I'd say this is full-on bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit in a different way, right? But it is a true story, I'm sorry to say. This is crazy. It's along the same lines. You might know this because seven members of the university ultimate frisbee and cricket teams were taken from the university by ICE officials and deported without cause.
Unfortunately, I think that's true.
We were having a beer in the parking lot after the game, and a van arrived and whisked away a bunch of our team members. It was surreal. I thought I was in a Kafka short story, says Winthrop Engelman of Katunquit, Rhode Island, a member of the team and a standout player. Thus, as for we get the information. No one wants to play anymore, says Terrence Thorpe of East Providence, Rhode Island. We're crestfallen, says theater major Ellen Sars of Hoboken, New Jersey. She probably said it. We're crestfallen. University officials, when asked, would not comment on the abduction and deportation. I mean, WTF here?
Yeah.
This
is the time to comment.
Well,
if you're the officials, you gotta take care of your people.
Also, unfortunately, I cannot believe that I think that this was true. In contrast to.
How do you feel about it? Is it bullshit or is it not?
I mean, I would say I hope it's bullshit, but
it is not bullshit. It's true once again. These are two events that have taken place in this very short period of time, within a month. And as the theater major Ellen Sars of Hoboken says, we are crestfallen. This is bad stuff, and it is Kafka-like. And
yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
Sure.
We're going to give it 20,000 points to Ian Breyer on that one for his answers of regarding the bullshit stuff. All right, so now we've gotten to the part of the show here where we're actually going to hear from Ian Breyer, and he's going to express some poetry for us. Would you like to start us off, or shall I start it up? It's one way.
I mean, I can start us off, sure.
Good. Well, so when did you write the poems, and do you write every day?
Not every day. I did a little bit, like last April, I think was like Poetry Month. So I did a fun little thing where I did write every day, but not a lot recently. No.
Right. Do you think about writing regularly?
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to.
That's the sound of me blowing my nose. Okay, go on.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd like to get back into it and write every day for sure, or at least write every other day.
When you were writing every day, did you do it at a certain time of day?
No, I'm a very impulsive writer. So something will just come into my head, and then I'll just sit down or pull over on the side of the highway and just write a little paragraph or something.
That's committed.
Well, a lot of times I'll make a note into my phone from my car, but I don't touch the buttons or anything. I just use the features on the car, and that helps.
Mm-hmm.
So if I hear something that prompts something, and then I'll go back to my notes for these things. So I recommend that. It's a good thing to do. And then, what are some of your inspirations with your writing?
I'm a big music listener, so I'll listen to a bunch of songs and whatnot, and then that'll kind of get the vibe going for me, I guess.
Okay.
Um, I'd say that's the main one.
Yes. And do you present your material?
I have, yeah.
We'd like you to come to the Katunkwit Chronicles. Not excuse me, not Katunkwit
The open
Chronicles.
mic.
The open mic, a Wednesday
Anytime.
night live at the Ganny, which is on the other island over there,
Yeah,
Connecticut, Jamestown.
yeah.
Yeah, it's on December 17th, coming up. So it's a 7:00 show.
Sounds good.
And you can get more information. Yeah, we want you to come up and tell a story at some point.
I know.
But it's it's complete. It's not obligatory, and your presence is obligatory. As a very often participating member of Katunkwit Chronicles,
my absence is felt.
yes,
Oh gosh.
there are people there that have said, "Where's Bailey Harbor?" I mean, she's on the show every week. Where is she?
It's true.
How can you operate without her? I know Ashland's been there every time.
So you know what? I sometimes go on trivia nights, which is the night before, and sometimes I'm like, I cannot go to a bar 2 nights in a row. I think that would be bad for the youth to see that.
Yeah, they were all sitting outside the Ganny waiting for you to come out.
Exactly. They're like, well, I don't know. Sometimes
It's
they
a
get
different
brought in.
town anyway.
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
put it past them.
Exactly.
you're in a different town. It's not like you got to worry about don't drive home drunk
I won't. I promise.
ever,
Ever.
either of you.
Oh, did you hear that? In Rhode Island, 54 people were arrested during Thanksgiving weekend.
Too much turkey. They're sleeping on the ride home.
That's true. That was the swervy drives. It's the turkey.
Yeah, you can get some
I'm sure
serious
that's what
issues
they.
with that.
That was their excuse.
Yeah, I
Too
don't know.
much
It's,
tryptophan.
I
too
think
much
people are
tryptophan.
drinking less now.
They are. Absolutely. I think so.
I don't think so.
Not
I
Rhode
think
Island.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's bad for them.
But we'd like you to attend that at some point, and
sure.
if it's not compulsory, like I said, but as a viewing member and a listening member, I usually do a few things that are kind of fun, hopefully. So, can you hit us with a poem and set the poem up, please, with a little bit of maybe inspiration or whatever it is that you want to say about it?
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us what it means or anything.
Yeah, so this poem is called Children of Glass. And I kind of wrote it sort of based off of the idea of like my generation, or like people with like in my generation that like don't really see a future, or like
Mm-hmm.
are like very sad all the time.
Can I ask you this also? How old are you?
25.
Okay, that's good to know. I thought it was 25, but
Yeah.
good number.
Good number.
Great number.
Quarter of a century. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a little something behind you, but not much. Let's see what you have in the glass thing.
All right, so we have Children of Glass. We are the children of glass. We are those who see the future, hate the future, are the future. We are the products of fire and flame, forged from sand and dust, cursed and bound to return. Together we stand alone, wandering these wastes of barren land, from sea to rising sea, with our lead boots and sailless ships. The world is our oyster, or so Glass is told, so long as you can find her pearl. For though she hides not within the fragments of that shattered hourglass, the sand, like crimson, still leaks, ever falling, ever filling, ever ticking. What choice does one make? What choice do many? To help, to harm, to love, or to hate? To do nothing at all? At what point does the hourglass stop, ground to nothing by the soulless desert within?
Right?
Right on. We have a poet amongst us.
Yes, we do.
Yes, that's
Gets me
brilliant. It's
shivers
a good
every
piece.
time.
Do you think COVID and the experience you had during your education, how old were you then? So you were 20?
Yeah, COVID hit when I was 19, 20.
Yeah, so you were in college.
Yeah,
It changes the college experience.
really does. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and I think a lot of discontent is based from some of that, perhaps, as the education being interrupted in such a weird way, communication changing between people. I mean, I'm speculating, of course, but I imagine there's a sense of foreboding there in this piece, of course, and I understand why.
Well, I also think, I mean, from my perspective, especially teaching about climate change and environmentalism, I think it's we try to find that fine line of not being, like, by the way, where there's the future is, I mean, that's how I hear that poem is like, what is the future?
A sailless boat.
Yeah.
And
no
rudderless, sailless. What else would lead boots? So you're going to sea with lead boots.
It's like to hate, to harm, to like, what do we do? Unfortunately, like, we've been given no choices.
And the glass element too, which shatters, right?
Yes, I love the hourglass too. It's like, is the time gonna run out?
And glass is sand, and sand is in the hourglass. So there's time element. Strong poem.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's give it a title again.
Children of Glass.
Yeah, Children of Glass. I can read one, so we'll have a poethon here. And this is fairly fresh, so a couple days old. One final desperate thrust. In a locked, curtainless room, dirty paned and open windowed, a woman hurriedly dresses, her form full and exposed. She 10-finger rakes her auburn hair. Hurrying, she gathers herself, items of clothing, garbage bags full, tossing them from the window. Black, draw-strung bags fall to the yard, amidst a fenced play area of haphazardly strewn plastic toys, a garish-colored yellow slide, where as a child, if she ever was one, she might have learned to fly. Or perhaps she could have rode a fire truck with red-paneled sides. Now the toys empty, childless, joyless, wheels mud stuck, and in one final desperate thrust, she leaps with only gravity to trust. And that is entitled... What is it entitled? One Final Desperate Thrust. You know it's new when you can't remember the name of it. So, yeah. So what's happening here?
Beautiful.
I mean, she sounds pretty desperate and sad. I don't know. I think the juxtaposition of the childhood toys and saying that she never really had her own childhood. That's sad.
You know what prompted some of this was this idea that people are being enslaved, right?
Yeah.
And trying to escape enslavement.
Yeah.
And losing childhood, because it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think what popped in my head, too, when you were talking about the toys, like, a toy is just a thing without a child.
Oh, let's write that down. And you'll make a poem from that.
Okay.
That's a good one. Could you write that down?
I mean...
And not right now, but I mean, later.
Sure,
come back with a poem next time.
Sure. Okay.
Liked it. Liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
Thanks.
Say it again. Say it again, lass.
A toy is just a thing without a child.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's what I got from your poem, so well done. I mean, that's on you.
Hey, rock on. So now we have one from Dr. Breyer. And I'm giving you the title of doctor, and I realize you're not a doctor. However, you play one on TV.
I do, yeah. Only occasionally, though.
What's the name of this poem?
This one is called Purple Skies.
And the name of the book?
Yes, we'll get to that poem
Okay,
probably
later.
but I can definitely read the title.
No, you don't have to. We can guess for the rest of the time.
Yeah. So yeah, this one is called Purple Skies.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right. There were purple skies when I was a boy. Only in my eyes they exist. When I drew them, people would correct me. The sky is blue, you know. I know. Then why were my skies purple? A white man in a white cloak told me I was colorblind. But I'm not blind, and I see color. 15 years later, my sister shows me her phone at work. 2 images lay before me. Left, bright and vibrant flowers of many colors. Right, the same photo, dull and without red, labeled Protanopia. Is this how you see? I do not know. I see what I see and how I see it. Perhaps a little dull, perhaps muted, perhaps with purple skies above.
So, are you colorblind?
I am, yes, yeah.
But we don't call it that, right? We call it something else. Color alternate, color person.
I think we just call it colorblind.
I don't know. Blind is not a word we use anymore.
Without sight?
Colored without sight.
Without color? I don't know.
Yeah, but you have color. It's just different colors.
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
I mean,
I've never...
Well, I know. I have a friend that's an illustrator. That's what he does for a living.
and is he colorblind?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
it's crazy cool.
Yeah, you should do more coloring.
I'm terrible at drawing. That's why I do poetry instead.
Well, maybe you practice.
You know, I do think that the translation of, I remember when my brother when I was young, he's like, yeah, can you describe color to someone who has never seen that color? And it's like, no, you can't. I mean, it's like you. I mean, we've talked about your color blindness quite a bit in our time knowing each other. And it's really interesting because, I mean, it's so how you're experiencing the world. You're like, oh, it's the color of this. And you keep kind of trying to describe it. But if they can't see that, then there is no comparison. You know, it's like, oh, like, you know, blue is the color of the ocean. Well, not how I see the ocean. I mean, like you were saying, like my skies are purple. Like, what's wrong with that? Nothing. But the sky, yeah.
Yeah.
1 and 1 is 2. What's a 2?
Exactly.
What's a 1?
Yeah, that's it.
Catching on.
That's when you're catching on now. That's where we like to go with this show. We like to go there. This is entitled The Last Great Theatrical Heroine. And I went to the theater, which I often do with Eva, and we saw a very good play that was, there were 2 characters in the play, and one was very weak.
Okay.
Didn't do a good job.
Oh.
In that she felt that she had to be overpowering. And she brought the whole level up to this
Too much.
and she never changed to, so I think it has to flow differently.
It's
and
a
it had to
dance.
be, it's a dance, and it didn't dance. It didn't dance at all.
No.
But this is not about her. This is about a true, like what I perceive of this kind of thing. The last great theatrical heroine. Tell me again. I've arrived, and I'm waiting to see you tell your story from your face. I've seen all your other naughty bits, but tell me more about your history. In the place, behind your tired, bagged-over, made-up eyes, your ragged, twitching retinas that surround bloodshot corneas, in a place where history's wrinkles, nearly imperceptible stretches of age appear, where no Botox lifts these drama sequins, for they are golden. No cream calms your twisted theater face. Yet you use these ocular qualities, the stage of the minuscule, and represent age as self-evident to top your stage. The playwright's words of regret only assist your rest, your smile stolen from the unknown expressionless, lifted from toned, taut tension. Listless arms aside hang curiously, as if part of another history. You never trust you. Prefer delivering lines without words, from the shift of a lid, raising of a brow. As you levitate a character they recognize and love, penetrating a place near their soul, deliver their Godot. Kneeling, no waiting. Oh, how they love you. Not you, but it. That history in your eyes that you conjure from a moment, from a teaser glint so quickly delivered a high-speed camera couldn't decipher. And most would miss, but those that see never forget. And you deliver these and more without regret. All of your lives must be exhausting, lived all in the space of your face. You're none of all you purport to be, as you play a role in face theater of distressed anxiety, the overwrought, signaled, death separated and summoned unequally to disturb life's theatrical balance. You are the master of your own play, your face a stage, your eyes tools to test, to create an audience's unrest. I love and hate you lovingly. Base my love in jealousy, because I have eyes too, brows and lines, retinas and corneas, but you, you have them all, and flying in space, stars aligned and all in place. And that is the last great theatrical heroine.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, that I was there.
I'm loving the way you describe things. It's very I don't know. I can always just almost vividly picture everything that you say, like the corneas and the brows and everything.
Excellent storyteller. Okay, well,
Yeah, I think I'm a better storyteller than a poet. But
I don't know. I mean, we're there. I mean, in that story, I was. I think it's similar. What's a bard?
A bard?
A bard is someone who tells stories, right?
It's a poet.
It's a poet.
Yeah.
So I think when you were describing that, I was thinking that bards, and poets have gone through all of existence, really, all of people, and a bard can captivate all audience and how important, and two, how incredible of a talent that is. And I feel like you were describing the true skill, an innate skill that it has to capture audience. So.
And in describing it, doing so.
Yes.
Through the words.
Through the words, yeah. That heroine, that actress. We've all of our hearts have been stolen by an actress before.
Yes. You know who did a lot of that for me was Meryl Streep.
Oh, yeah.
She still does have the gift.
I would say she's the heroine.
She can just does that.
Yeah.
Or, and it's just, if she blows she takes a lot of the air out of the room. She can move it.
And I think it's also what I really appreciated about that poem too is how someone who's an actress lives so many lives.
Exhausting.
Yes, and it's how many? I mean, hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of lives they have lived.
They're able to absorb cues and information that you and I can't necessarily see and feel.
Yeah.
And they store those things away, and then they live them.
Mhm.
That's the part that it's exhausting, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Live,
yeah.
express, and then move on. I think for me, I can't move on.
I couldn't move on.
Well, the most exhausted um, actors and actors, and we call them actors, right? They're all the ones that must be most exhausted are those that live the part. You know,
Yeah.
the De Niro's and these people that
Daniel
What's it called?
Day-Lewis's the
character
the
method acting.
actors,
Yeah, I'm sure
Actually,
that.
I don't know. I actually think it's the ones who I mean, because those are the people who are like going to commit to that person for 6 months to a year. The people who have to play people and they're like in 12 different, or let's say 5 different, whether it's plays or TV shows or movies, all in the same year, and you're that person. I find that remarkable.
Mm.
Oh, also, this is super random, but one of my all-time favorite actresses is Julie Andrews.
Mm.
And did you know she did Mary Poppins and Sound of Music in the same year?
Wow, her hills were alive.
Yeah. And she had a baby at the time.
Spoonful of sugar.
Yeah.
She didn't know about that. She had a baby too.
Yeah, she had a baby too.
It made that medicine go down. She must have been on a lot of medicine. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
She was probably lit up by life at that point. She
Yeah.
seems to be a very, very wonderful actor, and a very, genuine person, seemingly.
Oh, she was Maria and Mary.
Mm.
That's funny.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh.
that made it a little easier.
Yeah, maybe. Mary and Maria.
Maria. I just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly that name. That's a different one.
Different one, yeah.
West Side Story.
Yeah.
But the song from Sound of Music that I recall, we'll sing at the end.
Okay.
So long. We'll do that
Yeah.
at the end.
Okay.
Okay, so let's hear one other poem. Another poem.
One more? Or
I think we're at the time where we have one more.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe the title poem.
Yeah, so the title of the book is called Dear Dragonfly. And this poem is also called Dear Dragonfly, but Dragonfly is sort of my grandfather, I guess. He died when I was young, so I never really knew him. So this poem and this book is sort of like me trying to talk to him again for the first time in a while, and basically telling him how my life's been going.
Nice. You get a response? No?
Not yet, but maybe one day.
Yeah. But just keep working at it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's listen.
So this is Dear Dragonfly. Dear Dragonfly, it's been a long time since you last spoke to me. I was too young to speak, too young to remember. Memories now bound by oak and glass, yet held close to flesh and blood. Dear Dragonfly, I hope you are doing well up there. Down here has been tough, but we'll manage, I think. So no need to worry. Dear Dragonfly, I miss you, despite never truly knowing you. I spot you sometimes, yet before I turn with childish eyes, you are gone once again. Dear Dragonfly, have I become a good man, an honorable one? Have I become like you? Sincerely, ...
Mm. It's brought back so many memories of relationship with my own father. And going to him at the very last of his life, in days before he died, and asking him, have I been a good man? Have I done what you would have liked me to do? And he was very ill, but he was, he could speak and everything, and he told me, of course, yes. He was very he was always interested in sport. And I was a professional coach, so I think that was something that he wished he could have maybe established in his own life, right? Because he was always coaching me, maybe too much. And then, so we had that moment. So that's what that poem for me brought forward, which is good. It's pure emotion, right? So, yeah, I could have used a little more, maybe reflection from you about pictures you might have seen of him, because you can't remember your experiences with him because he died in advance of your being cognizant, I assume.
Yeah.
How old were you? 3?
Probably at 2, 3.
2 or 3. So reflecting on those pictures, and I'm not telling you how to rewrite the poem, but I'm just saying, I think that would have connected me more with your perception of him, which is it's only comes through maybe discussions with your parents, things he may have written about you, I don't know, or pictures. I find like pictures, like you were suggesting earlier both of you, that I write cinematically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is true. So I have all these pictures, these blended pictures in my mind, right? And I can see myself at an age where I was not cognizant of actually, I shouldn't have been. Maybe I was 3 in the picture. There's a picture of me with a bunch of 7-Up bottles sitting underneath my grandfather's pear tree, which had the best pears. And I'm sitting there, it was in Warren, Rhode Island, and I'm sitting there and I see this picture in my mind, and I swear that I can feel that I was there,
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably a poem in there somewhere, but this is where I was going with this poem as you're reading it. I was thinking of all these other things, which happens to me because I have ADHD.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to say, I think for me that my favorite thing is too that I think when you're young, you're so much more connected to the spiritual realm.
Mm.
That I think my favorite thing was in that poem is like when you're young and you're like, oh, I look over, and I think that's for me that moment where we question when you're young and you're starting to already question your intuition. You're already questioning could that be real? Rather than it probably was real, and the younger you are, the more real it is.
Mm.
Right? Like our imagination's so rich when we're young, and at least for some of us, it lessens. I wouldn't say your imagination has lessened.
No, it's actually gone the other direction.
Yeah. But so I think that more, I think in dragonflies, and I mean, particularly, dragonflies have spoken to me spiritually. So that poem.
I love that it's a dragonfly. That you refer to him as the dragonfly. And also, to speak to your point, what were you just saying again?
About being young and spiritual and dragonfly?
Yes. I feel like I often think that younger poets, and you are a younger poet, don't have enough experience in life to really, but you clearly do, and you're thinking about things that are important to you, truly at the core of who you are. And most people can't get there until they're it's almost like, and I'll say this is somebody that has an addiction of some sort. They can't get to the bottom. They can't get out of the cellar until they go to the bottom, right, to the base of and then they have all this rich experience, and then they can build on, essentially. But I don't think that's the case with you. I think you have something special, and that is that you're very reflective in your poetry. And of course, that's an overused word, right?
Oh.
You have you're connecting things, which is really important. I like what you're doing.
Thank you.
We probably have time for a very short one. You have a short one?
Yeah, let me take a quick look in here.
And then we're going to have to make the music go and waves and all that stuff and do some bubbles. Do you have something for us tonight? Did you bring a poem?
I did not. No, I did not bring a poem.
You didn't want to crowd the space?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is exactly why.
You've been doing really a nice job of making very, very good comments.
Oh, thank you.
And very complimentary of James Allen, which
You know what? I
appreciate
I had
that.
to come back strong. You know, I
Yeah, you did. You were a little elusive with the text.
yes.
What's going on there? Because it puts me in this position of like, should I stay or should I go? If I stay, there may be trouble. If I don't, there may be double.
Yeah. I would say the fall is a hard transition month, a transition season for us because sometimes I'm busy. I mean, we're always busy here, but
Okay, I understand. You have a job.
good jobs.
All right, let's hear something else.
All right.
And this one is?
This one is Kingless Crown. I see a crown for a king, yet no king stands before me. I watch the fated plunge within the great valley to touch the clouds. That kingless crown sat upon the throne. The rusted gold, the rest all fold, and no one dares to play again. No king, no queen, no joker, no jack. The ace falls dead at our feet. Games they'll never play, words I'd never say, etched upon an obsidian grave. I remove my hand as the blood pools. A rose upon stone, that kingless crown sat upon the throne.
Very nice. The kingless crown sat upon the throne. Yeah, it's nice when you include some rhyme at the conclusion there that it empowers the words. Yeah. Strong piece. Very good.
Yeah, you definitely had more of that cinematic part with it. Yeah. Oh, yep, cinematic. I just loved the obsidian, the shiny color.
Mm.
Yeah, good visuals.
And the ace.
Yeah, you played well with that one.
There's that persistent cough.
I thought you'd get over that already.
Yeah. Oh, jocularity. Isn't that the least funny word there is? Perhaps there is. I think it is. So it's story time here on Katunkwit Chronicles, and I do have a story. It's called The Uneven Road. And I think some of these stories just help us to learn a little bit more about those folks that live here in Katunkwit. And here's another couple of people, Missy and Johnny, which you probably recognize very shortly here. It starts out like this, The Uneven Road. And I wrote this, James Allen. Lose the hat, Missy insists. Johnny's already out the door. Oftentimes, when they're headed for a walk, Johnny leaves without Missy, waits on the front step, and it leaves Missy nervous and feeling rushed. Johnny just needs a few moments of separation. Living in a small town, smaller since both he and his wife, Missy, had moved from New York City during the pandemic. They'd taken remote work jobs and now live in Katunkwit, this small island town smack dab in the center of Narragansett Bay in Rhode Island, with two bridges, one that connects to the mainland, and one that connects to the touristy town of Newport on Aquidneck Island. They moved because Missy was intent on Johnny not getting sicker than he already was with a barely detectable cancer. She'd buried her mother, during year 1 of the pandemic. She was only allowed to visit her parents when they were living in an assisted living center through pre-planned window visits. Missy always brought erasable markers, handy wipes, and remembered a joke each time, and she even learned to write backwards. But the virus took both parents, as they were isolated from one another and their families, and eventually ended up at Mount Sinai Hospital on ventilators in the ICU. Missy never saw them until permitted to visit on their last days, for only a few minutes each time. Missy was never able to grieve properly. Her only discernible reaction to the double funeral of her only family members was to use her sizable inheritance to buy this house, in this town, and to vacate the city where her parents lived, and thrived in the garment district, and in the garment industry throughout her childhood. It was where she thought that they'd always remain. Working remotely embodied everything that Johnny is not about. He loves a crowd, a stage, personal contact, everyday regular, varied stimulation, the shaking of a hand at a greeting, even a hug, although as he aged, he's sometimes criticized by members of the younger generation as too friendly, and as a result he's been more conscious of this of late. Johnny gave up his Manhattan-based job managing a music store and a crackerjack team of professional gig musicians, salespeople in Midtown Manhattan. He also gave up his open mic stand-up gigs that he'd been attending and performing at in the East Village. It was invigorating and brought life to Johnny as he'd show up with new ideas and perform for fresh faces, never winning the gift certificate prized for best comedian because he never begged a crowd to clap for him at the end. Other contestants would stock the crowd with friends and family, but he received some organic laughs, and all were genuine and not sympathy gifts from his audience as they were for some of the other performers. Giving up city culture for once-a-month monologues and a few laughs from behind masked audience members at the coffee shop bookstore on this island wasn't advancing any of Johnny's ideas. In the East Village, the big city, he was finally finding his way after all these years, and he was becoming somebody, and now he feels stuck in Ketunquit. Missy emerges from the front door with a thin sweater and her workout stretchy pants, the pants that Johnny dislikes, and he wonders why anyone would enjoy being shoved into tight-fitting clothing, just like a dick in a condom, while they walk the rather bucolic streets of Ketunquit. Why show it all off and leave nothing to the wonders of imagination, he questions, his head cocked and eyebrows scrunched and expressing concern. And she, this is my hat? Jeez, Johnny mumbles to himself. It's loud enough for Missy to question. What did you say? I still miss the cat, Johnny improvs. Me too. Not the litter box, but she was always waiting at the window for you when you'd come home late at night after your gigs, Missy recalls. You too, Johnny says. No, just you. You were her alpha. Look at your face. You look as if you're going to cry. Missy voice questions as though they're way to Crown Street. Missy voice questions as they make their way to the Crown Street, and Johnny isn't sure if Missy's response is true concern for Johnny's emotional state or disgust with his feelings for the cat. Stanchione Street's macadam, where the two live in Ketunquit, has a crown from years of stone and oil treatments. So when one walks, one leg is always on a low point, one above as a walker moves down the street. This is a terrible way to start our walk, Missy calls out, almost too loud, already shivering in November's cold breezes that bring the wind chill to mid-30s. She walks with a limp from the offset roadway. Why are you yelling? Johnny asks. I'm not yelling, Missy says too loudly, despite the conditions, as the wind nearly knocks her over, and the halyards from the sailboats on the hard, as the Ketunquitonians say, which means on land and on supporting stanchions and braces, await winter's wrath as the halyards howl about their collective stone, cold, frozen, trapped in immobile plight. Johnny notes these things about his environment as Missy complains. When are they going to fix this road? She asks no one, even though Johnny astride her and persuading her through body language and gestures to head toward the harbor. He can hear the haunting noises of the halyards at the end of Catunquit, Main Street West, where he loves the red and orange sunsets, and in the summertime the sounds of striped bass hitting the surface as they turn and capture bait on sultry, moist, and foggy nights. Johnny's aware that he hasn't been helping Missy to further understand her losses of family and of her sudden self-imposed geographic displacement is surely the reason for her incessant complaining. He's aware that there is love and concern behind each word she utters toward him, at him, but sometimes he just needs a break from all of it. He can't be empathetic. Sometimes he wished he could still run, but those days are over. We don't want to go down there to the docks again, do we? I'm dressed for the wind. I'm not dressed for that wind, Missy states, still yelling above the noise, as a motorcyclist drives by at a high rate of speed while standing on the seat. He's a fucking maniac, she yells. The motorcyclist turns and gestures maniacally, raising his middle finger as he passes, then skids in the Clamshell Harbor parking lot at the base of the hill in the distance, dumping his bike against one of the street stanchions supporting one of the motor yachts located at the edge of the lot. Man, that guy takes some chances, Johnny says. I was behind him on the bridge. He was doing that same trick as he crossed in some big winds. He must have been doing 70 miles an hour. I mean, that's dangerous. And no helmet, Johnny reveals. I hope he's not hurt, Missy expresses while holding her thin sweater at the neck and shivering. We should check to see if he's hurt. He's moving, and he's lifting the bike up. He must be okay. But, Johnny reasons. I'm cold, Missy says quietly, turning away from the accident and toward the street and speaking away from the direction of Johnny and continuing. Johnny, what did we do when we saw some crazy shit in the city? We're out of practice, Johnny. Johnny turns and faces the street with Missy, but his curiosity remains as strong as ever, and he glances with his peripheral vision to see the motorcyclist lifting the bike, starting it again after it stalled upon impact, and speeding down the ramp to the floating pier, and skidding on the wooden dock to a stop just before the water's edge, as a family of fisher persons with fishing lines extending into the channel from the bulkhead of the parking area look on, shaking their heads. Just turn with me and walk away, John. Turn and walk away, Missy insists while tugging his arm, using his surname, as she does whenever she's determined to move him off a quest. But, Johnny says his stare remains south to the middle of the street, but he's aware that his curious side vision is working overtime as he tries to hold on for a few more seconds to see what might ensue next. We're going home, Missy insists. But he'll be coming our way, Johnny says. Exactly. So that's why we're cutting through Martha's yard and going the back way, she explains. Son of a bitch, Johnny mutters to himself disappointedly. What did you say? I hate it when you mumble, Missy asks. That guy sure can ride, Johnny suggests. That's not what you said, Missy questions. He should be on Netflix, that's what I said, Johnny says. I don't think so. Something like that, but I don't think so, Missy says. Well, that's what I said. I don't know about you, John. Can I borrow your jacket for the rest of the walk home, Missy asks. Of course, Johnny says while handing over his leather bomber jacket and the one he impetuously drove to the L.O. Beam store in Maine to get after the virus had taken another of his friends, Steve Bellardo. Steve was a friend and high school classmate in Brooklyn, where Johnny grew up, and that he had played sports with, and he'd seen rather recently before all this virus shit happened and before they moved, seemingly in the middle of the night. Steve Bellardo hadn't taken the shot when it was first offered. He too died alone in ICU. Johnny didn't tell anyone where he was going when he made his journey to Maine. He was virtually alone on the highway during the height of the virus shutdown, and even while walking and shopping in the huge, massive outlet store. He recalls that the masked clerks were so pleasant to him and helped him with his fitting and even provided an employee discount because they hadn't seen any customers in weeks. He could have ordered it online like everyone else, but he wanted to visit the store, feel the jacket's liner, smell the leather, and try it on before he bought it. It looks good on you. Cute. Johnny lies, using the word cute that Missy always uses when referring to clothes she bought for Johnny, and he reluctantly try on at home, as if on a runway show. The coat's right size for him, but way too big for her Missy. While passing through on the makeshift pathway, he picks the last cherry tomato from his neighbor's withered and frostbitten tomato plants, pops it in his mouth, and spits it out immediately. "What's wrong with you?" Missy asked. "It was rotten. Must have frozen in last week's frost," he says. "Don't steal stuff from our neighbors," she says. "I'm not stealing. It's Joanne's garden. I'm over here all summer. She doesn't care. Remember when she moved in? I told her I have the grandfather rights of the blueberries, and since then she lets us fill boxes of blueberries all through August. What's the difference?" Johnny theorizes. "Here's your jacket," Missy says, while handing the bomber jacket over to Johnny. "It's very warm," she finishes. "Very," Johnny says as he puts his jacket on the air at the front door. "I thought we were going to make some soup after the walk," Missy says. "Nah, you get started. I'm going to finish the walk. I want to see the low tide, you know. You know how I like a low tide," Johnny says. "Don't get your new shoes all muddy down there on the shore, John," Missy scolds. "I won't, miss," Johnny yells, dropping the Y from her name as she turns down the walkway and heads to the street, turning to see Missy at the front entry with the door open, holding a pair of rubber boots. "You will," Missy says while flinging the boots halfway down the walkway. "Thank you," Johnny mumbles. "What did you say?" she asks. "Thanks," Johnny screams. Let's edit that. "Thanks!" Johnny screams as he picks up the boots, tucks them beneath his left arm awkwardly, and walks down the uneven street again. Actually kind of thankful to Missy that he has the boots with him so that he can explore more effectively and extends his brief journey. Who knows? Maybe he'll find something useful where the high tide meets the shore. Who knows? And there we are.
Nice.
Yeah.
The uneven road.
The uneven road. Yeah, I have to say, it kind of brought me back. Luckily, I'm 5 years past the virus, I kind of forgot that it was so tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How quickly you forget.
Yeah. Yeah, that was people's existence, like not being able to say bye to their families. And like, it was crazy. It was proper insanity.
And being together all the time. That was the other thing. I mean, we're lucky we had a pod at all because some people had nobody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had our little pod, thankfully.
I mean, I guess I didn't say my experience was positive. And luckily I didn't really have anyone in the hospital. But so it was always like kind of more stories I would hear that were all tragic. But I mean, the pictures and the stories of people just having to be so isolated from like their husbands and wives. And, like, that's just so...
It's torture.
It was.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
we've had a lot of
torture.
tragedy tonight, haven't we?
So much tragedy. But also at the same time, I feel like what a typical marriage, I feel like, dynamic you expressed in that.
Well, it's all fiction. That's what we're doing here, fiction. Of course, fiction is based on what? Experiences,
Yeah.
too. So it's an amalgamation of what we're doing in our lives, of course, and the things we experience. And I do have occasion where I get it in my mind that we're going to go for a walk, and I'll go outside, and that kind of, I do that in advance, and I'm just sitting waiting, and then there's a certain amount of angst that comes from that, and I could just be smarter and time things better.
Oh.
But that's what comes with living with another person, as you know. So
No, I don't. I don't live with anyone.
well, somebody else's loss, because I think you probably would. You'd be a fine
Person to live with.
yang to the yang.
Oh, I appreciate
Not my
that.
yang to the yang, but you know what I'm saying. It's
I
like
do
I'm not
appreciate
suggesting that, but there's this whole
It's a dance.
yeah, because there's qualities about everyone here in this room, for instance, that are good and bad, right? We all know that are livable and unlivable.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of accommodation that needs to be made if you choose to do that kind of thing.
Yes. I think I'm good at accommodating.
Oh, look at you. There was an occasion while I was reading, and suddenly you pointed to your stomach. Are you hungry?
No, I was burping, so I didn't want to get that. I didn't want to ruin your story.
Oh, well, we cough, burp, and we do all kinds of things on the
Sneeze.
show. Bailey,
Yes?
are you going to the Katunquit Art Center member show?
Yes, I am. Are you?
Yeah, I entered something. Did you?
Yes, I did.
What did you enter?
A sculpture?
I did. I did the same thing. I entered a sculpture. Did you see it? Oh, you haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. Did you meet the size requirements?
Oh, barely. Yeah, I did. Did you? Did you meet the size requirement?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, well within the limits.
Size matters.
Size does matter.
Oh, jocularity. Hey, see ya, Ian. Take care.
Have a good one.
Thanks for coming. Don't say that. Have a good one. Oh, that's the worst thing you could say. Have a good one. Your whole generation says that all the time, particularly when I'm going to get some food over at the store.
Have a
And
good
they
one.
have a good one. Oh, my God. What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, would you rather I say have a bad one?
No, but what is the one? It's the one
Have a
is the
good
nondescript
day?
thing. You're a poet. You got to be more descript. Have a good something.
Have a wonderful rest of your life until I see you next.
You'll be on the show before you know it.
Sounds good.
Much better.